Alright guys, this is everything you should expect before you enroll into BTM 481 Information Systems Analysis. I'll be covering what is BTM 481, the projects and evaluations, and then how to pass the course. So if you guys want to follow along, you can download the presentation in the description below. So first, let's start off with what is BTM 481 Information Systems Analysis? So this course is focused on the delivery of systems through the perspective of system analyst, that's you guys, the students, who must understand systems, document the system, analyze what is needed, evaluate system requirements, recognize business problems and challenges, and propose system improvements. Important, the first day of class, you will have to form teams of 5 to 6 for the whole semester, as you will work together on most evaluations, including a final project report. This final project report, I'll explain more later on, but it will be based on an actual business or client that you have to gain. So let's talk about the projects and evaluations, starting with the evaluations. So first, you have participation, and this is an individual. This is worth 10%. Students are rewarded for participating in class, such as asking questions, discussing with the class, participating in in-class activities, and in properly knowing the material. Your teacher will likely accumulate points for the number of times you have participated, so I would suggest that every class you at least participate once or twice, so you can get a good mark on that. Active learning exercises, this can be done in teams of 2 or individual, is also worth 10%. So these are in-class exercises based on that week's topic and will be submitted at the end of class. Exercises are simple and easy as long as you read/watch the topic before class. It's not going to be every class that you're going to have to do an exercise, but maybe every 2 to 3 weeks, you'll have a small thing to do. And it's always going to be based on that week's topic. So you have team topic presentation. This is in sub-team, so not your full team. This is worth 10%. So it's 2 to 3 students from your team will present the material for that week. So every week you have a material, that team you'll be the one presenting it to the students. The presentation is around 8 minutes long. So technology briefing, this is done in teams, your full team, and it's worth 15%. Your full team will present the implementation of an information system to an organization selected by your teacher. This is separate from the actual project and your project report. This is just to replace the midterm. So the presentation is 10 minutes with 5 minutes of Q&A, so questions from your teacher or the students. And the presentation is worth 7.5%. You also have to hand in a memo related to your technology briefing of 5 pages, each page covering a different topic. The memo replaces your midterm, so make sure you focus on it as it is worth 7.5%. So let's look at the project. So your term project report, this is in teams of, and it's worth 45%. Your team is responsible to get a business of any size to conduct a system analysis on 2 of their systems. For the project, you will have to interview the client to gain knowledge for the business background, knowledge of their systems, problems of their systems, model their current system, develop a user requirement, and a proposed system. I would suggest that you should get a business, or even before attending this class, know a business that you could work with your team, because it does take a lot of time before the business actually accepts doing it, working with you guys, and you finding a business if you don't have one already. So this project will take the entire semester from week 1 to week 12, where every week you will be working on a different section of the project. A peer evaluation is also used to calculate the student's final grade, so be a good teammate. This peer evaluation does have some leverage on your final grade and the grade you will get for your project report. So make sure you're a good teammate, make sure you're always helping and coordinated with everyone. So related to the term project is a presentation, and this is done with your full team as well, and it's worth 10%. So your team will present your report to the students. So everything that you did will be presented in a presentation format. The presentation is around 16 to 20 minutes with 3 minutes of Q&A. This will be done around week 12 or the end of classes. So project timeline. So this is good. A good thing to remember. You will probably be given this by your teacher. So this is just what you should expect from the weeks of the classes. So from week 3 to week 7, you're just fact finding. So interviewing the client, getting information about your DFD, which we'll learn later, business problems, user requirements, and all that. Then it goes on to next week. So from week 8 to 9, you have preparation for analysis, phase 3 data analysis, and then phase 4 proposed system. This is your last thing. So you're all working every week, you're working towards a proposed system, and every week you want to be interviewing towards these single topics. So pieces, user requirements, and all of that. So how to pass? So step 1, form a good team. Forming a good team means that everyone is comfortable asking questions, knows what to do, is always helpful, and are good at communicating. Make sure everyone is kept updated on tasks and are helpful. Create a group chat on Messenger to update each other and communicate on text. Create a Discord to video call or share documents, which is very helpful as well. You can also use Discord to work on different things, as you might use Lucidchart to create your DFD, which you'll learn later on. And so forming a good team, just make sure that everyone does what they need to do, because this project is a really big project. You might have around 80 pages of your full report. That includes interviews, that includes pretty much everything you do in the entire semester. So if your teammates are not helping, this can really slow down and make it a lot of work just for you. So step 2, do not procrastinate on weekly topics and the project. So being up to date with the weekly topic will allow you to participate in class, which gets you participation marks, succeed on active learning exercises, which gives you more marks, interviews the client on that topic, so that is also helpful for your project, and will save you time from learning it later. Important, do not procrastinate on learning the weekly topics, because the last few weeks should be used to master your report and presentation. There's around, I would say, maybe 5 to 8 topics that you'll have to learn. And the more you procrastinate, the less time you'll have in fixing your report and memorizing your presentation, which are the most important parts of this class. So make sure you guys are up to date with the topics. They're fairly easy to understand. It just requires a lot of time to actually watch some of the videos. So step 3, revise with your teacher. Your teacher is the route to succeeding in this class, and they can help you face any problems relating to your team, your client and business, your understanding of the weekly topics, and what is required for the project and evaluation. Important, do not be afraid to ask questions. Your teacher is there to help you. This is very important to understand, because your teacher has done this class already and has helped other teams. So if you're facing any problems, go to the teacher. Don't be shy. Your teacher will help you with literally anything. All right, so if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment down below.